not even
Come on,
like.
man. Come on, man. Well, why did they try to drag the artist?
No, I didn't mean it.
They're asking their amount. You know, they're asking their amount. You're the one who's you decide to pay.
I'm flatting. I'm flatting. Listen. Sorry, Marlon. But no, I guess maybe I worded it wrong. But these are not artists that are.
Maybe.
These are
Maybe.
not artists that they're not relevant. Let's be honest.
The self-proclaimed super mayor is also apparently a super fan. She flew in nationally known R&B singer Kiki Wyatt to headline the Taste of Thornton Township last month. There were other performers plus daytime events for kids, but given the fury over Tiffany Henyard's spending, we were curious what the event cost. WGN Investigates obtained the bills through open records laws. They show Kiki Wyatt was paid $30,000 for a 30-minute performance. Rapper Jay Holiday made $20,000 for a half-hour set. Other costs, including comedians, bounce houses, staff, and equipment, add $35,000, meaning this single-day event cost South Suburban taxpayers more than $85,000.
I was flabbergasted. I was pissed off. That's my money. That's the people's money.
Fair use. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey guys, hey! It's the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor.
The super mayor took to social media to promote her party. There was a bounce house, skating, and a food giveaway.
But I spend my own money to make sure that I put on for my face. Somebody put my money where my mouth is.
Henyard said she paid after trustees refused. They're trying to control her spending and were skittish because the event was advertised as the Friends of Tiffany Henyard Picnic. That's also the name of her campaign fund. Her lawyer denies it was a political event, but it's clear the bash was meant to bolster Henyard's image as she faces a federal investigation into her spending in Dalton, where she's the mayor, and Thornton Township, where she's the supervisor.
And for those that don't know, let me make sure I'm crystal clear about this. I ain't never took a damn thing in my life. So I want to make sure y'all hear it out of my mouth.
Let's start with the party's location. It was held at a skating rink Henyard commissioned in Dalton with an initial estimated cost of $269,000. WGN Investigates had to sue Dalton to get Henyard's administration to release credit card records, and we noticed a $17,000 charge to a roller skate wholesaler.
I'm thinking that's for the roller skates that the residents never got a chance to use.
Dalton trustee Tammy Brown says Henyard's rink doesn't keep regular hours. Skycam 9 flew over on a beautiful Friday evening, and no one was there.
It's only open when she's there or she's having an event.
At Tuesday night's meeting, trustee Andrew Holmes resurfaced. The Henyard ally is under investigation after a village employee accused him of sexual assault on a taxpayer-funded trip to Las Vegas. He denies wrongdoing and defends Henyard's leadership.
If it's anything that was criminally done, it would be out there. So children are having fun, the families are having fun, and things are getting done.
This was in the box. We got greens. We got greens, beans, potatoes, you name it. Look at that.
Henyard frequently promotes the township.
They got everything. They got greens, potatoes, you name it.
So
Yeah.
she's trying to outmarket her fraud, right? So she wants to outmarket the bad publication, the bad rap she's getting in media. Now, will it help? Yes or no? It can help maybe with the general public. It won't help you in court. And one thing I don't understand: Super Mayor Karen Super
Yo,
Mayor.
where were you going with that one?
I don't know.
Super Mayor Karen Steffens. Yo, I don't know
That's
what
another
mayor-
super, I guess.
Yeah, that's another super, yeah, but not a mayor. Where are you going?
Well, they're both
No,
head
no,
of their jurisdiction. So yeah, so Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
How did you get yourself caught up in that situation?
I looked it up. I had to look up her name. I just remember. But the thing is, Kara, every time she says Super Mayor, I think of that. So
You hear Superhead. Let's get straight to it. KaiR Steffens, aka Superhead.
Yeah. So that's the reason why. But I guess I just misspoke. Apologies, Mrs. Mayor. But it's she continuously goes on these types of campaigns to improve her reputation. But this is not a reputation problem that she has. She has a criminal problem because if she's accused of fraudulent acts, it can be criminally punished, or it might become a civil lawsuit against her. So it's not like the presidential race that's going on where people are saying no, vote this one is better, that one is better, but this person is actually being investigated by the FBI. And so the cookout, the picnics, it's not gonna help.
That's gonna be
And there's already a deficit, KaiR. So she's only making the problem much worse than it already is.
So to give you some background, I'm gonna go to the background first, and then go to the part who was doing the funding and where the money probably came from. Tiffany Henyard, for those who don't know, is also, as RJ already said, the super mayor. Is also the is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and also the supervisor of Thornton Township. And she threw this public event branded as this Friends of Tiffany Henyard picnic. The picnic had food giveaways. The people were able to skate at the skating rink, and one of the things that raised flags, because of course, like the video already said at the beginning, the Dalton trustees were able to block the spending she had. So she cannot spend money from the budget of Dalton. According to the sources, these articles, and I'm gonna link them in the description. Her picnic, she said she paid it for herself. Well, in the video, she says she paid it for herself. According to the articles that I've read so far, she also funded it. Well, the food boxes were funded by Thornton Township. So it wasn't the city of Dalton that paid for it, but it was Thornton Township that paid for the food. Even though she claimed she personally funded some of the event's food. The question is how much money, public money, was involved again in this, let's call it campaign. Can't call it anything else. Is it actually illegal to do what she did? Using the money from Thornton Township to fund this picnic. Because, I mean, we talked about this last week. Last week and the week before that. And there was a Dalton, Illinois citizen who's living there in that city, in the town. And he or she said that Tiffany is still organizing all these events that bring, let's say, the elderly people. And they like her because she's giving back to the community. So she's basically trying to buy votes by organizing these events, giveaways. Tiffany Henyard's 85K taxpayer funded party. Yeah, man. Today we're gonna break down the shocking details behind this scandalous event, man. I mean, this is, I don't know. By this time, I think it's on a weekly basis there is another scandal. And of course, this is an older event. This was organized somewhere in August, but just now they have calculated how much was spent on it, and man, 85K, and only 100 people showed up. Let's take a look at what they had to say about it. Fair use.
The self-proclaimed super mayor is also apparently a super fan. She flew in nationally known R&B singer Kiki Wyatt to headline the Taste of Thornton Township last month.
Wait a second. Who did they call her a super fan?
That's what she.
They don't know what fan is. They know the old school fan. They don't know the new ones. She's a Drake. No, just aside. Let's continue.
She's a fan.
Let's continue.
There were other performers plus daytime events for kids, but given the fury over Tiffany Henyard's spending, we were curious what the event cost. WGN Investigates obtained the bills through open records laws. They show Kiki Wyatt was paid $30,000 for a 30-minute performance. Rapper Jay Holiday made $20,000 for a half-hour set. Other costs, including comedians, bounce houses, staff, and equipment, add
Wait.
$35,000. Meaning this single-day event.
What did they call Jay Holiday? Did they call him a rapper?
They call him a rapper. I don't know who Jay Holiday is, to be honest. Is he a singer? R&B singer?
He's a singer. I don't think he's a rapper. He has the song Bed. I'ma put you to bed, to bed, to bed.
I have no idea who he is, but I guess
They saw.
well, they also use, don't forget, they also use the word rapper for Nigga. So we know he's an Nigga.
Well, I think they saw. Can you pull up the picture they took of him? I thought he still had the braids on, because I was about to say, they probably looked at his pic, saw the braids, and said, "He a rapper."
Let's continue.
Including comedians, bounce houses, staff, and equipment.
Fair use.
$35,000. Meaning this single-day event cost South Suburban taxpayers more than $85,000.
I was flabbergasted. I was pissed
Hoodwink.
off. That's my money. That's the people's money.
That was a flop. It might have been approximately 65 to 70 people there.
We out here in Taste of Thornton. Yeah, keep
Wait.
But it's still going on. Right now they got
Go back. Do you see what I see?
I see a black woman where everyone is hating on, but maybe you see something else.
I'm seeing an empty bench. Do you see that? She had the option to record any place else. And if you just play the video, you'll see that it's not, because sometimes you might say, okay, it's maybe that angle, right? So play the video.
It's like the election angle where they take pictures of an angle where you ask yourself, I think there are 100,000 people, but if you look at the other side, it's just 2 people. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Both sides, empty.
Still going on.
Look at this.
Right now they got the comedians up there.
To be clear, Henyard's predecessor also threw a Taste of Thornton Township event, but not on this scale.
But see, this all for the babies. This is what they don't show you. They don't show you this side of Tiffany Henyard. The productivity.
She liked
The productivity. I don't know what kind of productivity this is, man.
What is productivity?
I don't know.
Does she know what
all jokes
productivity
aside.
is?
So basically the question is, well, this was of course before that block that was, this agreement was already before the block by the Dalton trustees that they put last month, where they basically said you're not allowed to spend beyond this cap. So these agreements were already set. So basically, probably this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last party, a last hooray maybe. But it will also mean that it's an additional $85K that's added to that $3.6 million in debt that they are. RJ.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, timing, man. Timing. You can't be serious. You can really think that you can out market yourself and out brand yourself out of a court case. And she's still working on the perception, right? So she wants to create the perception and maintain the perception that she's for the people. But at the end of the day, KaiR, if you're responsible for a company, for a household, for a department, for an organization, you need to look at what the necessary actions are that have to be taken in order to benefit the people who rely on you. So if you are a parent, for example, just to make an analogy, if you're a parent and all your focus is on letting your kid say, my mom is my best friend, my mom's my friend, my dad's my friend, then most likely you won't be a great parent. because then your focus you'll focus more on pleasing than teaching, more on satisfying your kids' needs than doing what you need to do in order to set your children up for a better position in life. Some parents only do the setup. What you're laughing at, man? Bums?
Continue.
Are you thinking about bums?
No. Continue. I don't want to talk about what I'm laughing about. Oh man! If I go there, we might get a strike. This is I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding about this one. Continue.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think the timing is off, especially because I believe there's an investigation going on still.
Yeah, but think about it, right? She spent $50,000 on 60 minutes of music. $50,000. That's about $1,200 for each attendee.
On has-beens. Not even like.
Come on, man. Well, why did they try to drag the artist?
No, I didn't mean it.
They're asking their amount. They're asking their amount. You're the one who's you decide to pay.
I'm vlatting. Listen. Sorry, Marlon. But no, I guess maybe I worded it wrong. But these are not artists that are
maybe.
These are not artists that they're not relevant. Let's be honest.
You're right on that.
Still, I mean, they're great. Well,
don't get backhand
have
compliments.
classics, and Jay Holiday has one classic. I would argue he has one classic for a specific group of, let's say, for a specific generation.
Yeah.
But is it? I mean, I think if they had paid Kiki, what's the other Kiki?
Palmer?
Kiki, no, not Kiki Palmer, the other one.
Which Kiki?
Which one is Kiki Palmer? Yeah, Palmer. Yeah, that's one. The one who's pregnant allegedly. Well, no. Let me scratch that.
Scratch that. We don't know about that. We don't know about that.
No. This is something I read.
We don't want no lawsuits, man.
Don't send. No, I'm not gonna implicate you. Guys, I don't know whether this is the truth or not.
No, we don't know, but
I just saw it somewhere, and of course, but nowadays this AI, people are using AI, and people are still. Maybe that's gonna be Tiffany's next argument. It's all AI.
All AI. That wasn't me.
Lori is an AI. The financial reports are AI produced.
But think about it, right? Her whole leadership style, like you said, it's all upside down. She's the one who's like a dictator of the city. She's not a mayor. She's putting out what she thinks that needs to be done, and everyone has to bow down to what she says. And she's even ignored her trustees. They had to go that far, RJ, to hire Lori Lightfoot to investigate her. Think about it. Now people are turning against her own people, her own people that affiliated with her, the former assistant who's also a trustee, that top cop. He's gonna turn on her. Definitely, he's gonna snitch. He's gonna tell it all. But yeah, it's very crazy if you think about it, right? This is actually a whole mess. It's a whole mess. The town is in millions of debt. Now you put another 85K, and only you organize a party that's 85K, costing everyone 85K, and only 70 people show up. One thing, it's a win, however, for the trustees. But it's a high bill to find out that you're winning. Because think about it. If only 70 people show up, that might seem like a lot of people are not supporting her. So that's I mean, it's a high bill for a win, but now you know that you're on the right direction, at least. Right?
And yeah, you know what I'm thinking? KR, as it relates to the cop. This thought just popped into my head. Maybe he didn't willingly participate.
Louis Lacey.
I'm talking about the head of police.
Yeah, Louis Lacey, or the interim head of police.
Yeah. So I'm saying maybe didn't participate actively. Maybe Tiffany found out that there are certain fraudulent things and used it against him in order to manipulate him.
Oh, probably.
If that's not what happened, that's probably what he'll say, though. As it relates.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know how these deals go. These people will say anything behind closed doors to the cops. We know of Woody. Woody is now claiming, that's the crazy story. Woody was telling it all, and it was obvious that he was telling it all because he was fed up of how he was treated by Young Thug.
Yeah.
And now he's sitting in the stand and saying, I lied to the police. I'm not a snitch. I decided to lie because I wanted to keep the police off my back. Knowingly, everyone knows that the guy had problems with Thug. He also wanted to pop Thug. Probably that's also true. What Lewis will claim. He will snitch, and when he's on the stand, he's gonna say, I didn't say that. Judge, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fraudulently bankrupt myself. Is that how Jay Holiday sings? I tried to put it to bed, but baby.
I don't know.
Anyway.
What he'll say is, Judge, are you saying nothing that I say today can be used against me? All right. Me and Threat shut up a rich homie Kwan's daddy barbershop.
Wait a second. It's gonna do it again. Ask the judge. Don't forget the point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did something else, but I'll do it this way. Your Honor, you saying that anything I say today can be used against me, right? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Me and Treasure out of Rich Homie Kwan's daddy barbershop.
I've seen him do it.
Oh my God. Classic. Ayo, that was a classic moment, man. You tell me.
Dude, Woody is entertaining.
Woody is an entertaining fella. That's what for sure. He's gonna be at least for this year. He's gonna milk that out. He better milk it out right now because I think probably next year he won't be as relevant. But